Oh, MOT time. Time for an MOT. Wheel braking and testing. These machines are ever so clever. They can detect any fault on the wheels. MOT time. Let's have a look. So one will be the foot brake test. Oh, that might be the handbrake test. And then the next one will be the foot brake test. So like electronic handbrake. There we are, look. Yeah, second test. Oh yeah. It's instant, isn't it? Don't get that very often. Overall efficiency, 99%. That's good, isn't it? So now we're getting the machine up the chuff, look. The measuring the emissions machine. There's no smoke. There's no bang. Looking okay. We've got a steady revs on. So yeah, see, we're having the emissions steady revs. Is that good or is that bad? Looking pretty good. Not that I understand anything, you only understand the past bit, don't you? It's all you need to understand. The modern way of checking brakes. Do you remember a few weeks ago, or a few months ago on the truck, we're doing our 6 weekly check, and there was a wheel out, and a cylinder had gone, and I didn't have a clue, didn't know it was the machine that found it, because you do its regular checks, so they're useful, really good. Waiting now to go up on the lift. Oh dear, see what's underneath. Here we are, we're going up for a look. Not very often you get to look underneath your car. What you've done, if you've hit something, done any damage, or have an overall look at it. It's one of these once a year check things, isn't it? And it's okay bending down and looking at your tyre, but it's better having it right in front of your face to check things. And you see lots of cars with that, the big bit of plastic that sits underneath them. Does that stay there? They all go missing, don't they? So we'll have a look in a minute. So here we are, look, having a look, having a check. Any major leaks? Any signs of any major leaks? Are the rubber boots okay? Have we hit anything that we didn't know we hit? You hear a bang and then you forget about it, don't you? Let's have a look underneath. Let's see what it's all looking. Exhaust is looking okay. Yeah. The plastic's still here, look. All plastic protection on everything. Something still hanging on in there. Fuel tank, plastic fuel tank, look. We see them coming off in the scrapyard, don't they? Everything's looking nice and good. Exhausts are all right. Oh, we got twin exhausts on this, but you don't see it from the back, do you? It don't look like it's got twin exhausts, but it has. Yeah. One there. One there. And again, protection. Looking pretty good. I mean, I don't do very many miles, but it's still looking okay, but we'll never know. Come on, we've all been there. When we were younger, on the older cars, the newspaper in the sill, fill it with body filler, and then paint it black. Borrow your mate's tyres, wheels and tyres, so you can go and get it through the MOT. Every days. And I asked the MOT man, and I'm asking you the same question. With the economy going tight, everybody, excuse me, everybody's budgets are getting squeezed. are there more bodge jobs trying to come in and try and get MOTs, trying to get their cars just passed through the MOT? Do you know what I mean? Are those days going to come back when, with the economy shrinking and money getting tight now, are they going to see it in the way of people just trying to get their cars through their MOTs? Or have the cars just improved and they're lasting longer, you know? Yeah, but yeah, if you're a gentleman of a certain age, you'll remember all the tricks and dodges that you tried to do as a youngster to get your car through the MOT. You bought that many of them, you smashed so many of them up, and you had to you'd do anything to get through its MOT, wouldn't you? You'd give it a ticket so you could flog it on, sell it to some other victim, yeah. Having a look, you know, making sure the suspension is working, fully stretched up, fully stretched down, gives you access to it. You can see everything. It's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. I mean, I don't do very many miles, but it's getting on a bit now, so I expect things to start wearing out. You know, this is it's doing pretty good, considering we've had it from brand new. It's hanging on in there, isn't it? It's hanging on in there. So here we are. Look. I don't do many miles, do I? I don't do many miles. It's great having the history. 26 on it now. 24 last time, 22 last time, and 19 before that. I work around the corner. I work 5 minutes from the house. I think it's a mile every day there and a mile back. And it makes a difference. Since I've discovered working close to home, it's made a huge difference. Can you imagine how much fuel I'm saving? Can you imagine how much maintenance and servicing and tyres and everything else just for, you know, I used to work in Tamworth. I used to do, well, I used to go everywhere, all sorts of places. Whenever I was sent, I used to go. And then I used to work about, probably half an hour, 3/4, maybe an hour on a bad day to get back. And it used to be a bind, and I was telling the missus, I've got to change my job. It's too much of a nuisance getting up and travelling an hour in the morning, because, you know, and travelling an hour in the evening, travelling an hour in the morning, being on the trucks, you know, coming and going all sides. Anyway, I did moan for ages, and she said to me, for God's sake, shut up or go and get a local job. And I went to find a local job, and now I won't go anywhere else. Look at this. Look at the, what are you, just in fuel and maintenance on your vehicle spending? Just think about it. You're working in a place, it takes you an hour to get there, and it takes you an hour to come back, let's say, in the traffic, one thing or another. How much more efficient is it? How much money am I saving, and how much money are you spending? Yes, you're working where you work, you like where you're working. Work is work, isn't it? So I've never understood long term why people travel an hour to work and an hour back. Because look, it tells in the mileage on the MOT. Yeah. Wow, and we've had this from new, so I know those mileages are my mileages, you know what I mean? And yes, we've got Debbie's car, so we do sort of share it about a bit, but Debbie doesn't do many miles more than I do. And of course we mess about with the bike on the weekend sometimes if we go anywhere, so if you've only got one car, fair enough, that would be up a bit. But we sometimes use my car, sometimes use Debbie's car, and sometimes use the bike to entertain ourselves. But yeah, wow. you can see low mileage. I can see money saving. Not having to buy tyres, not having to buy servicing, not having to wear parts out. So I'm quite pleased with that. I like looking at that. That's all we've done this year. Mad, isn't it? Mad. And it's great having the history to look back on for the MOT. So, we're up over there now. We're having the oil and the filter change. Just a quick oil and filter change whilst we're here. So, it was MOT time again. We've got the MOT certificates. That must have been its last service out of 14,000. It must have been its first MOT. 2021, 22. Hold on. 21, 22. P&R Autos. Fantastic people. 22, 23. P&R Autos. I can't find last year's MOT. So it could be in the books somewhere. And here's today's one, 2024 to 25. Here is the Izzy that we had before. Look, the price was 20, but then what did we end up paying? There's a deposit for the last one, the one before that, because we paid for it. 23, we take them over 5 years, and that was 2011. So here's the order for the Passat. It was a factory order. We had to have now, we paid for the extra connection, the old net thing, heated steering wheel and gear shift paddles. I wanted the gear shift paddles, but I had to have an extra pack for it. We changed the information, paid for the extra sat nav in it and the dash. Yeah. What did we pay extra for? I seem to remember it was 500 quid for the wheels and 500 quid for the dashboard. Yeah. We got our own gap insurance on it. Heated steering wheel, gear shift paddles, yeah, can cloth, heated front seats, where are we? And we had the paint protection, 332, that was in September of 17. Yeah, so, we're doing all right, Well, we usually have them over 5 years tick. This one's been here a while. It's the gap to the next one. Oh, doesn't inflation come along and kick you in the butt, doesn't it? You don't mind some inflation, but some of the inflation is just crazy. And we, as always, we keep the file of everything that came with it. And we keep our little service book thing and that file that came with it. So, I think we've got time for one more. We've got time for one more finance deal over 5 years, and that's the one we're going to keep forevermore, sort of thing. But besides, doing all right. It hasn't had, since we bought it, short of servicing, and we had a damaged tyre. We've spent no more on it. It's only cost us what it's cost us, if you get what I mean. We haven't had no mechanical woes with it. It's been quite good. It's been a good one. Mind you, the Izzy was a good one as well. I've been fairly lucky in vehicles. I do look after them and maintain them properly. We do keep all the records on them. Yeah, so we're nearly ready. We're nearly ready to make the decision. Do we keep this and this be the car forever for us? Or do we hack it in and do we get another one and be done with it? And then the next one will be the one that's going to last us forevermore. Anyway, good thing is MOT time. Well, we've got 13 months MOT, haven't we? See, do you see how you can go early and get your MOT? So you don't have to be exact on your dates. So we've actually got more than 12 months MOT on it, because it's only the 4th today, isn't it? It doesn't expire to the 19th of this month in 25. So yeah, it's good to see. It's good to have the MOT records and to see what we're doing with the mileage. Where was the miles? 22, hold on. 24, 22,000, 19,000, 14,000. I don't know where we did it. It'll only be the servicing that you check. What's the mileage on this now? What had we done? 20. Yeah, but it's good to have all the paperwork and keep everything you're supposed to keep for when there's a history on it. I love vehicle paperwork. Drives you mad, doesn't it? It's only a where did I see it? It's only a 1400cc. Look, it's only a 1400cc. So and it does well. You wouldn't. The more modern, the smaller modern engines are equivalent to, you know, the older diesel or engines. The modern engines are. Don't be afraid of having a smaller cc engine. This 1400, it's not been lacking in. The only criticism I have, and that's the way they are, is it doesn't like pulling out of junctions in the wet. It'll just spin up because it's front wheel drive. I do miss the rear wheel drive, but otherwise it's done just fine for us. Just fine. And of course, being in a state, I can put all my junk that I pick up around and about as well, can't I, in it? So I can't praise P&R Autos. Go and see Phil and the boys there. They're all very, very friendly, very efficient. I had an unexpected day off today, and it was nearly MOT time for the car. Debbie said, "Why don't you go and take the car for MOT? Because it's about MOT time." I said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So I rang up last minute. I said, "Hello, it's Reggie." "Oh, hello, Reggie on the road." They go. I said, "You wouldn't have to have a bit of space for an MOT and an oil and a filter change, would you?" "Yeah, bring it along. We'll find room for you." So, yeah, I went in. Obviously, they were doing. The place is chocker. You know, it's not one of these not unfriendly. Maybe that's the wrong word. One of these. Run strictly by the rules and oh no, can't get you in, you're not booked in, you haven't got time, blah 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 blah, all that sort of a thing. They squeezed me in on an unexpected day off. Yeah, we'll do you, Reggie. There was no and I just turned up and I waited a while. Maybe I waited a while longer, or you know, it takes. I just let them fit it in when they could fit it in, and it was fantastic. I can't recommend them high enough. If you want to, and it's a proper, they've got all the proper gear, but it's old-fashioned service. That's the thing. There's too many modern places that people that work there hate their jobs, and you're an inconvenience, and you're asking them to do another job on top of the jobs that they're doing anyway. Yeah, do this, do that, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You'll get fantastic service, and they're all really friendly and great. And you ask them any questions, they'll answer them for you. So yeah, if you're in and around about this area within striking distance, for me, it's going from Walsall over to here. And somebody asked me today, "Why did you take it all the way over there?" It's because these boys are fantastic. Are really accommodating, and they all. "Hello, Reggie." Shake your hand. "Hello, Reggie." "Hello, Reggie." Yeah. So fantastic. The boys are fantastic at P&R Auto. Beginning to think I'd skipped a year. No, there's the last one. 23, 24. Yeah, with the 24,000 mile on it. Yeah. So yeah, I do like when you get the previous mileage. It's really handy, isn't it? Really good.